Gremlins! It's Evermay! Guess what? The Russians crumbled before we did. Isn't that awesome? No, that's not awesome. I apologize. That's rude and inappropriate. Actually, no, it's not. They made our lives fucking hell. I'm glad they're gone. Well, not all of them are gone. A lot of them moved to other alliances, and the ones that were upset on how things are having to be with new people have jumped ship and left to another state. So now the state is a little quieter, and everything happened since last night. Everything has been going and going and going. It's a little weird. So, yeah, it's been an adventure the last 24 hours in the game, and in my life, I guess you could say. As far as the game goes, we have new family members, which is always awesome, especially as we're trying to grow into the top 10. This kind of really does help us a lot. And so, yeah, it's awesome that we grew that many. It was kind of accidental how it all happened, but I'm actually happy that it happened the way that it did. Because, yeah, it was insane. So, when you are R5, you can disband an alliance. Well, when you're an R5 of a very small alliance, and you think that you're the only one that is still there, and you disband the alliance as an R5, and then all of a sudden you find that you actually had people under you that just never talked, never did anything, I guess. Well, when they log back on after you disband the alliance, they have no home. They have no alliance. They need a home, and fast, because there are still Russians in the state that are up top. So the deal is they scrambled, and because a lot of their R5s, that is now their third that I know of, all came to us or went to the alliance that is crumbling currently. They came to us. Probably a smart move. You don't want to go to an alliance that is currently crumbling. But yeah, so welcome fam. Howdy, how are you? I'm glad that you're available and here. Hi. But yeah, this is fun for us. And as far as personal stuff goes, I finally made it out of bed. Took 3 days, but I finally made it out of bed. You guys have been getting all of my podcasts that I have with Marie. And so that's what you have been listening to as I've been in bed with pain. And so I finally made it out of bed to my desk and actually working today. So yay me! Accomplishments. And yeah, I did quite a bit of stuff today. Worked on the website, did the podcast, recorded another podcast. This is now my second podcast I'm recording today. Yeah, a lot of moving parts and pieces and that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's been a little crazy and hectic the last hour or so. I took a late nap, but you know what that means? I won't sleep tonight. Or if I do sleep, it's going to be the most shitty sleep ever. But yeah, it's been a good day overall. I'm a little hot. I don't want to turn the fan on, but I also kind of just ran from one side of the apartment to the next. I ran. Yeah, right. My fat ass don't run. I walked fast from one side of the apartment to the next and trying to get back before anything happened online. Hold on, I need to send a message. I got a message that so-and-so has messages turned off, it appears. Are you going... I would... I had suggestions, but I talked myself out of them. I hate that I can't type as fast as I think. Then again, if anybody typed as fast as I think, they would need to be in the Guinness Book of World Records. I knew what I was saying. I just had to slow down to say it. Good Lord. But, yeah. Yeah. So, it's been an adventure, and we had a possible blow up this morning, which then blew up my alliance a little bit. So there's one person who's mad at a couple of us, but I don't know what to say about that one. I hope she forgives me soon. I hope that she, realizes it wasn't anything that was personal. It was all alliance. Was it the way that she would have handled it? No, she already admitted that. But it's the way that it was handled. And all I can do is apologize for my part of it and move on. So that's what I'm doing, is I am moving on. Oh, I just put some lotion on my skin. It made me chilly, which is good, which is what I wanted. But, yeah, it's been an adventure. Let's see what other fun stuff is happening. Oh, my nephew is going to have a glow-in-the-dark birthday. He gets to pick his theme every year. Last year it was hearts, and this year it's glow-in-the-dark. So, yeah, they found him a cool place to go with some of his friends. Very limited number of friends, which is good because it's about that age where it's time to bring it in and limit the amount of people who can be invited once he's older and in regular grade classes. It will be a little different, but right now he is turning 6. So yeah, it's a good time. He's going into kindergarten. He's been in preschool. He is super smart. Super, super smart. Yeah, poor boy. He reminds me of me when I was little. And I think he's set up better for success than I was. But that was because of the era we were living in versus the era we are living in now. When I was in school, which was the 80s and 90s, yes, I'm that old. Yeah, it was different. When people were smart and didn't do AP classes, they kind of got left behind. And in getting left behind as far as not falling behind, that's completely different. But getting left behind in not wanting or not, I'm trying to think of the right words, not challenged. That's the word. I wasn't challenged at all. And that was part of my problem, I think, is I was so bored, I just tuned everything out, but that was me. And apparently, I don't remember this, but it's one of my mom's favorite stories to tell, is of me skipping classes in high school, and her and the teachers wanting to chew me out, except for on the tests, I would pass them and not cheat by passing them. So, yeah, I couldn't really get into much trouble. I mean, I got in trouble for skipping class, but they couldn't say, well, if you skip class, you're never going to learn anything, because I was still learning what I needed to learn and know what I needed to know in order to pass these tests. So I was still learning. So the argument of, if you're not in class, you're not going to learn, goes right out the window. And what else is going on? Oh my gosh, I reorganized my nail stuff. Okay, I started to reorganize my nail stuff. So, I'm a girly girl. Hi, I'm Evermay. This is me. And, I have fake nails. Well, I used to have fake nails. I haven't had them on in 6 months. I took a break. My nails were getting very brittle and were tearing and breaking really easily. So I want to give them a break so they can grow and become healthy and stronger. And then I can decide what I want to do. But in doing that, I wanted to clean up my stuff that I do have so it's more organized and ready for whenever I want to do my nails. And however I want to do my nails, if I want to do fake nails or if I want to get back into nail polish. Or even I've been looking at getting dip powder for my nails. I am a little concerned about it, but at the same time, I am curious about it. It seems simple enough to do. You put the stuff on, you dip your fingers in, you put the stuff on, you dip your fingers in, you put the stuff on, you dip your fingers in. I think you do it twice, not 3 times. But then you put the activator on and it hardens, and it's supposed to be pretty strong, like gel polish, kind of like stronger than gel polish. So I'm kind of thinking that, but I don't know. And until I do, I'm not buying anything because I need to figure out what I want to do. The problem is with regular nail polish, my hands shake. And so it always is really messy, and then I have to either decide, do I have the energy to clean up all my nails, or do I just go around with messy nails? And I don't go around with messy nails. So, yeah. What's up with... Oh. Hold on, I gotta answer this. What's up with so-and-so near our camp? Is joining our alliance. Our alliance as soon as he's back home. No worries, but thank you for letting me know. Thank you for noticing, for catching it. This is how we keep ourselves safe. This is how we keep ourselves safe. I need to really... Okay, the one word I have the hardest time apparently typing out, and it is one of the stupidest words ever, is joining. When I go to write joining, it, for whatever reason, will put it as Joyng. It won't do, my fingers won't do the Joinning. It just, for whatever reason, because it's already doing the IN at the end, it doesn't do it for a second time. And so, yeah. My fingers need to learn how to spell check. Thank God there's spell checks on phones. But this was the most random, crazy podcast that had nothing to do with anything, really. Other than I'm just talking to hear myself talk. Because it's not like you can interact with me right now until I put this up. Speaking of, comment. I want some comments, even if it's just the word hi. Let's do this. So this message I get